Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the WeCrochet Facebook page and YouTube channel. We are back here again on a Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 a.m. Pacific time, and we are back to share some more cool things with you again this week. It is so exciting that in 2022, we are going to get to come to you every week, chat with you about new things going on, and not just for us, but for other wonderful designers in the community, which is what we're going to talk about today. So give me a second. Let's just give a second for people to join in before I introduce our special guest for today. I want to remind everybody, don't forget to head over to the WeCrochet website and sign up for the catalog. We have our first ever catalog coming out in April of this year. So we're super excited about that. It's a free catalog, so make sure you go and sign up for it so that you'll get it in your mailbox when it comes out. So good morning, everybody. Hello, hello for all of those of you who are joining us. Be sure to use the chat box. Talk to us there. If you've got questions, let us know where you're watching from, what you're working on. It is always wonderful to hear from you guys and so exciting. So don't forget to go sign up for our new catalog that's coming out. And I want to remind everybody, we are coming to the end of our clearance sale, or clearance event. So make sure you go check out the clearance section on the website as well to get some really great deals for things that we are moving out to bring in new colors, new functions, things like that. So it's really exciting. Go check them out, get some great deals on some really awesome things. So today, I have three wonderful ladies joining me today. I'm sure most of you already know them. If you don't know them, you should. And we're going to introduce you to them today. They have this awesome crochet along going on right now. They recently wrapped one up not too long ago at the end of last year, which was wonderful and loved it so much, all about doing color work and mosaics and things like that. And it was awesome. And now they have this cozy collection, or the classic cozy collection, I should say. And we've got three new patterns here for this crochet along. So let me bring my friends in. First, we have Hannah. Hi, Hannah.
Hi.
Hannah is from Jan Crochet. We also have Briana from Briana K Designs.
Hi.
And last but certainly not least, we have Michelle from MJ's Off the Hook. Hi, ladies. So great to see you.
So good to see you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you so much for taking the time to come and join us today. So we love the three of you as individual designers. You guys are so creative and create wonderful things. And of course, featuring our yarn, you just make it look so much better with the patterns that you do. And we love your support. And we want to make sure we support you too, because this crochet along is stunning. We're so excited to get to share this with everybody in our community and beyond, hopefully. Don't forget to go ahead and share this too in other communities or other places that you know of crocheters that might be interested in joining the crochet along. It's a fun time and we're fun here. So let's talk about the new crochet along. This is called the Classic Cozy Collection. Yeah. Always a tongue twister.
We made that tricky, didn't we?
I do it too when I name patterns. I totally get it. But so this is the new crochet along that we have. It's a 3-week, basically, crochet along of some projects. And why don't you guys go ahead and take it away and share a little bit more about the crochet along and how it works?
Yeah, sure. I can start. So this, if you joined us last time, we did color work and it was so much fun. We had such a blast. We weren't even sure how it was going to go. We just really were all kind of feeling isolated. I don't know if anyone else is feeling that way. And we just wanted to crochet with people, which is what a crochet along essentially is. It's not complicated. It's just an adventure and doing the same project at the same time. So we came together and released a color work event, which right now is available again at checkout if you're looking at our cozy collection. So it's so many people ask us to come back, and we had so much fun that we are back with the cozy collection with 3 unique stitches and 3 unique projects that are all cozy. So we have a hat by Michelle, we have socks by me, and we have mittens by Hannah, which we're going to talk about in a second because this week is all about mittens. I have mine right here on my hooks. I'm making them at the same time since there's 2. And we're using WeCrochet yarn. We could not say thank you enough to WeCrochet for all the squishy yarn. We're all fans anyway, but it's so nice for them to help sponsor our event and make it possible for us to be here. So huge thank you to WeCrochet. We'll be talking more about the yarn here in a second because we just love talking about all the squishies. And yeah, so we're back. We're excited you're here. We hope you join us. This is a free crochet along event. You can find each pattern now has been released on our blog starting this last Monday. But if you want a beautifully printed PDF pattern, we are having that available for purchase. And it's a really nice collection of all of them together with some pretty colors. And we've got a little bit extra information in there and some, color palette inspirations. So either way you join, just join. It's so much fun to crochet together. And really, you don't have any excuses. Just do it. Don't be afraid of any of the projects because we're here to help along the way, which is why, Hannah, this is your week with mittens. And I did watch your video last night for that join you were talking about yesterday, and I'm very impressed.
Oh, good.
That it wasn't, you said it was fiddly. And I got to be honest, I watched your video and I was like, oh, no, that makes sense. The video really helped. So I'm really proud of my join that Hannah taught me.
Well done. Well, yeah, because that's the other thing to say, isn't it? That we've all done video tutorials, like complete video tutorials for each pattern, because like I find it so much easier to work along with a video. I don't know about anyone else, but that to us was really important because we wanted to make this like accessible to everyone. We wanted beginners to be able to come and say, I really want to make that, and we're gonna guide you through the whole process. So come and find us and come and join us.
Yeah, so let's take a quick minute. I'm going to share my screen here and let's just show everybody exactly where they can find this week's information and where they can go ahead and purchase the pattern. So we're going to feature Hannah's website just because she is the designer for this week. Special note, we're going to have these ladies come back for the next 2 weeks to share about the other projects that are going on as well. So we can take a look at their websites then. But this is the Classic Cozy collection that you can see here. We'll put this link in the chat so that you can have it. And as you see here, these are the 3 projects across the top of what are going to be happening in the crochet along. And as you go through here, you'll get all of the information that you need, everything that's going on. Here you can go ahead and grab your ebook of all 3 patterns right now so that you can get started. So even though this week is the mitten feature, you will get all 3 patterns in the ebook. So you could start them whenever you want, or you can join along in the crochet along as you go. Here you'll also be able to sign up so that you can get the supply list and other information about the event. Down here you will see the calendar. So it actually launched on January 10th with the supply list. That's okay, we're still joining in. It doesn't take a ton of yarn, which we'll talk about that in a second. So you can always join in whenever. So this week is the herringbone moss mittens with Hannah. The next week will be the Simple and Best Socks by Briana. And then it'll follow up with the Heavenly Herringbone Hat with Michelle. And so you'll be able to see all of the videos for these that Briana was talking about and all the wonderful pieces of information that come with it. And you can go ahead and grab your ebook right away and get started. So be sure to go and do that. Thank you, Elizabeth, for throwing in that the website there. We will grab the link to the page that we were just on and throw that in there as well. Let's talk about yarn for a second here. So each of you did a different texture. Each of you did a different yarn. So we're really getting to expand our horizons by following through with this crochet along. And for Hannah, you had used our Swish D. Ooh, I always get it backwards. It's always confusing. Our Swish DK weight yarn. And for those of you who don't know, this is 123 yards per skein, and it is 100% fine superwash merino. So this is a stunning, stunning yarn to get to work with. It's really squishy. Maybe instead of swish, we should have called it squish, because that's what you want to do to it.
Yeah.
Like, it feels really good against your skin.
I'm playing with it here.
Yeah, totally. So Hannah, why don't you go ahead and tell us about maybe your yarn choice, what colors you used for yours, a little bit more about your pattern specifically, since that's the one that's featured this week.
Yeah, sure. So I always gravitate towards DK yarn anyway, because being over in the UK, we don't really have like many worsted options. So I'm very, very happy that I've fallen in love with WeCrochet and I get lots more options. So DK for me is kind of my go-to weight of yarn, because I think it's not fine, it's not fiddly, but it's not too, comes up nice and warm when you make things with it. So Swish for me, I've absolutely fallen in love with, and I have about 5 more projects on the go with it. So yeah, sorry everyone, you're going to be buying Swish if you're doing my patterns. And my mittens, I kind of went for, I wanted to kind of go for earthy colours for the smaller sizes, which I did. You can see I made like 100 mittens here. But then I went for the pinky ones for the larger sizes, because Briana, Michelle and I, we kind of all have similar tastes in colours, and we just pick what we really, really like. And I love the fact that they're all really heathery colours, aren't they? They're not solid colours in the Swish. They're so lovely.
It's really nice.
Yeah, and I love too how you made your samples in like the more earthy colors for the younger kids, because if you have kids, you know what's going to happen. They're going to get dirty quickly, and at least maybe you can get an extra wear out of them before you have to wash them.
Definitely. So and I have washed these. I've washed both of these because my children got them filthy, and they've washed really nicely. So I'm very, very impressed.
Which I love. I love that you let your boys romp around in the mud and you're just not even worried. You can wash this yarn. It's really nice when you can like let them wear it and let them use it and not have to stop them from being kids, because you're like, I can wash that yarn. It's fine.
Totally. So let me ask this question. If they're participating in the crochet along, is there a specific place that they should be going to participate? Like, is there a special Facebook group? Do they follow each of you individually to kind of participate? What can you tell us about that?
Well, maybe I'll jump in because I haven't talked yet. So we are hosting them in our Facebook community groups. So each of us, you can participate in any of our groups. So we have links on that website that you were showing everyone. There are links to all of our Facebook groups and also the links to the blog. So you can join any of our groups, all of our groups, whatever you want. You can participate that way. So that's basically where the crochet alongs are happening, and we're going live every week in the group, and we're there to help everybody out, and they can post their pictures, and other people as well as the designers were there to help, but other people are jumping on and helping too. So yeah,
we totally love that community aspect. And I know Michelle was trying to be nice. You could join one or all 3. Go join all 3. You will not be disappointed. These ladies are phenomenal. Even, this crochet along is great, but you really need to check out their body of work past this crochet along. You won't be disappointed. I speak that wholeheartedly as a true lover of all 3 of these people before I even worked for WeCrochet. So I'm going to say, go join all of their Facebook groups so that you can see what's going on with them all the time. So
it's just so much fun because it's such a happy place. Like the community groups are such a happy place. And I've been seeing so many mittens pop up this week in Hannah's group. And it just like, I love it. Every single time someone posts a yarn color choice, or like, oh, I'm through one mitten, I'm going to make the other mitten, which I'm going to post today with mine that I'm making. It's just so fun to see. And then just see what everyone's working on. And you feel just very, you're just part of something good, part of something happy. It's really fun. I'm loving all the mittens popping up in Hannah's group this week. It's super fun to watch.
It's so great.
And to see who people are making them for.
Yeah, and people are really learning things, I think, aren't they? Because like we've also added kind of details, haven't we, to all of our designs to kind of challenge people a bit and maybe make them try things they haven't. So I've got a slip stitch rib for my, which is so lovely when it's done, isn't it? But it's such a faff to make. And there are lots of people who have been brave enough to post a picture of their ribbing that looks really wonky. And they're going like, how can I improve this? How can I change it? And people are jumping in, aren't they? And saying, try this, try that, change your hook, all these things. So we're all like developing and helping each other.
Yes. We all started at one place. and we all started with wonky.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there's no way you didn't start off perfect stitches. And so it's so exciting to see somebody fail then succeed. You know, like failing is just part of the process. You're not really failing, you're learning. And so it's so fun to help people do that. And I know that we're going to see that with every single one of these patterns because they're such unique stitches. And Hannah, I'm loving your stitch, by the way. Never done it before.
Do you like it?
I love it.
Good.
It's so fun.
It's really
the
hard
texture's
to
amazing.
explain. Yeah, it's nice. It's quite nice on the wrong side as well, I think, isn't it?
Oh, you know, I hadn't even.
Have you looked in? Have you looked?
Oh, yeah, that is nice.
Yeah.
Huh. I love when
I haven't sewn my ends in, so I won't show.
That's totally fine. So let's just take a minute to kind of talk about what's coming up in the next 2 weeks as well. So if they go and they purchase the PDF today, they're going to get all 3 patterns. And you can either join along each week or you can kind of make them all at once. So next week, Briana is going to be your pattern. Why don't you just quick do a rundown of what it is and the yarn, and then we can talk about it in more detail next week then.
Yep. So I'm doing socks. Do not panic. It's going to be great. You can do it. That's the one thing I just want to say about these socks is it isn't fingering weight yarn. Don't fear it. It's the same stitches you're used to. Nothing's going to be thrown at you that's too hard. I think you're going to get through these and go, oh, okay, I can make socks now. So fingering weight yarn was Stroll tonal to get these tonal effects, but check out WeCrochet because I've said this a million times. It is hard to choose fingering weight yarn on there because they have so many gorgeous choices that will work perfectly for socks. So check that out. Check out Stroll tonal. And get ready because it's going to be a lot of fun to make socks.
Awesome. And Michelle, I'm going to bring you over in here. And if you want to just talk about yours, that's going to be coming up in 2 weeks.
Yeah, so I have a bunch of hats here. I made a whole bunch too. I just couldn't stop. So the hat that I made uses the herringbone single crochet stitch. So you can see that there. It's so pretty. It's an amazing stitch. Maybe some of you haven't tried it before. I've really done the video slow and detailed and tried to troubleshoot everything that I struggled with when I was learning this stitch. Once you get the hang of it, it's really easy. It's tricky on that reverse. Doing the reverse side is going to be the hardest part, but I have the video tutorial to walk you through step by step. And I've also worked a different construction that you might not be used to with this hat as well. So it's worked from the side across. So you make a large rectangle, you seam it up, and then do a join as you go band. So that's another technique some of you might not be familiar with. So overall, it's a simple construction, but maybe one that you've never done. So you're going to learn that. You're going to learn a new stitch. And I use, let me find the yarn that I use for this. I maybe don't have any close, but I use Swish as well, but I use the worsted weight. And what I did on some of them, just to add a little bit of extra, which is optional, is I don't know if you can see very well, but I added some of the mohair, the Super Kid mohair. It's a loft, and you can add a strand of that. It's just a lace weight yarn, and it gives you that fuzzy halo on your hat that it's just, it makes it extra warm. If I live in Ontario, Canada, so it is very cold, and I love the extra added warmth that that mohair gives the hat.
Yeah, totally. And I just want to bring this up here. Let me pull this up. So this is our Aloft mohair yarn, and you can see how teeny tiny or thin this yarn is. And the great thing is that you hold it together double with another yarn, and it really does give you this a beautiful, beautiful look. I know, Michelle, you had done another sweater pattern. I can't think of it. Fuzzy peach or peach.
Yes, I did the fuzzy peach cardigan like that. And then recently I've done a crop sweater with the plush and blush crop top with it as well. I'm addicted. I could just throw a strand of mohair into everything. I just love
it. Gives it such a romantic look, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just so
and really luxurious, isn't it? It's so luxurious.
Yeah, it is. It is, and it goes a long way because you get a lot of yardage on those balls. So you just need one ball for any of the sizes of hats. You just can add that in, but it's optional. You can make, and all of these other hats I didn't use, and this stitch tends to come out really thick and cozy. So even with the worsted weight, like I find that your Swish worsted is on the finer side of a worsted weight, but this still comes out nice and beautiful and squishy and thick. And yeah, you're going to love it. Just try it.
Yeah. Oh, if you haven't tried Swish and DK or worsted, like you're missing out. It's one of my favorites.
It really is pretty amazing. I don't know if anybody remembers, not too long ago, we had the rooted cardigan, which was a beautiful cabled cardigan in Tunisian, worked in our Swish DK. That was just absolutely stunning as well. You can always go over to the WeCrochet website and search all patterns. And then on the left-hand navigation, you can narrow it down by yarn name or brand. So you could just search for, or excuse me, check on the Swish DK or Swish worsted, and you'll find all of the patterns from everybody that we have currently on the website, so that you can go ahead and you can make another project as well once you try out these yarns in one of these great projects and you fall in love, as Hannah said she did. So, and just a note, Hannah did mention she's in the UK. We do ship to the UK, so please feel free to join us if you're over there. We have a wonderful selection of yarns, different weights, colors, fiber content, and it will all ship to you over there. So please, please, please feel free to join us and have some fun. I do want to call out, we are having a wonderful giveaway going on. All you need to do is put one comment in the chat. We will randomly pick a winner. The tool that we use will eliminate multiple comments. So you just need to comment once. I mean, please feel free to comment as much as you want, ask questions, chat with us here, but you just need one. And we're going to pick a winner to win 2 balls of the Swish DK, which will allow you to make Hannah's pattern. And we're also giving away a copy of the PDF so that you can join along in the crochet along with these wonderful ladies. So you'll get to pick whatever colors you want, whether you want them to be 1 ball of 2 different colors or 2 balls of the same color. That's up to you, because stripes would work. Would stripes work in your pattern, Hannah?
Yeah, I really want to try. Yeah, it would really work with a nice moss stitch. You could do all sorts of color work, couldn't you, with that?
Oh, that would, as I'm working up this moss stitch, that would be gorgeous.
Oh, Briana, do it. Do it.
I started. I might have to make
another pair.
I am finding, though, with Hannah's mittens and with socks, I think I'm making them kind of at the same time. And I think it's just, you know how we all are like, oh, great, I got one done and now to make another. That one might end up sitting for a while till we get the other pair to wear it. I am finding, Hannah, I'm really enjoying your stitch repeat, and it's making it really easy just to work them up at the same time. I'm loving it. This is so relaxing.
Have you split for the thumb yet? Have you got to
Not yet. I'm getting there. Okay. That's where I'm going to get to next. I'm getting there.
Awesome.
It will happen today. If you haven't picked up yarn yet, just grab something. Try these mittens. They're fantastic. I am loving this project. I'm gonna do it on the call. I can't put it down.
That's okay. It's an addiction, and we all understand it.
Thank you.
There is a question, Hannah. Did you make your sweater that you're wearing?
No, I didn't. This is from Marks and Spencer.
Gorgeous.
That's okay. I know. Well, I'm going to do a plug for Michelle. I know the sweater that she's wearing, she made in our Hawthorne. It's actually on my crochet hook now. I just got done swatching it, so I'm going to get started on that one. Do you want to just tell us the name of that pattern and what it uses?
It's the gumdrop pullover. I called it the gumdrop because it just went with the theme at the time. We were doing a candy shop theme, but it has little puff stitches in it as well. And I use the Hawthorne speckle, which I just am obsessed with. I just love that yarn.
I love Hawthorne. Yeah.
Yeah, Hawthorne green weight.
I sized up. It's a fingering weight. I sized up so it's nice and big, and I love this sweater. It's so cozy.
It's such a great
Hawthorne's great because we have the speckle, we have the kettle dye, we have the hand dye, we have a couple different options there. It's all the same yarn base, but the coloring is just a little bit different. I also want to share this wonderful comment from. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Michelle.
Oh, I was just saying, and there's a YouTube video as well, so they can follow along with the video.
Awesome. I just want to share Christina's comment about WeCrochet yarn is the best and has completely leveled up my crochet game. So glad to have found it. We are so glad you have found us as well.
Yeah.
Please follow these wonderful ladies. They're going to take your crochet really to the next level. You'll have our wonderful yarns to take you out of your comfort zone of maybe using just all acrylic yarn. Nothing wrong with that, but try out something new. Get to expand your horizons a little bit and check out these wonderful designers that we have. A bunch of their patterns that are worked in our yarn are available on our website. So you will find them there that you can purchase from us. You can check out their blogs, their websites to find some really great pattern inspiration as well. Let's see. Oh, somebody has one of their mitts done. Their daughter says that the thumb needs work.
We were joking about that. Yeah. Usually the first time you do something, like Hannah was saying, make 3 mittens because the first one might come out a little. Same with socks sometimes. Your first one's is a trial. And then by the second one, it always looks better than the first. Maybe that's why I'm making these at the same time. So one doesn't look better than the other.
They'll be consistent.
The same.
Yeah.
It's so very true. I'm working on a motif project that we're doing, and I always planned that, like, I know I'm going to have to do 2 swatches because the first one is going to be so tight until I figure it out and everything else. Or, you know, like when you work a sweater, your one sleeve takes you 20 weeks to do it, and the next one takes like 2 days because now you've got it under your belt and you can kind of just roll with it. So I guess it's just the nature of the beast. So let me just see here. Oh, so we have another one from Terry. I'll share this one. Love the projects. Nice to have some smaller, quick patterns. Love all you have crochet alongs in the Facebook group. So yeah, quick projects are great. I don't know about any of you, but I always have a small project going on so I can throw it in my bag in the car, because it's the moment you don't have a project that you find yourself with time away from the house and you wish you had something. So just keep a small project with you. These are all great projects. They use 2 to 3 balls of yarn. So it's really easy to take it with you. So thank you so much, ladies, for joining me today. Just a reminder that we will be back next week, same time, same place, and we'll have all 3 of the ladies joining us again so that we can talk about Briana's socks and what's going on there. So bring any questions you might have about the socks or the crochet along, and we will do our best to answer them all then. Don't forget to go ahead and put a comment in. That's for anybody live or anybody watching the replay. We will be picking winners sometime later tomorrow, and we will contact you through direct message in Facebook to claim your prize. And you'll be winning 2 balls of the Swish DK color of your choice, as long as we have it in stock on the website. And you'll get the PDF pattern of all 3 patterns together as well, so you can join in for the wonderful event. So thank you, ladies, so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to join us, and we will see you guys all next week.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.